Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. While we're waiting for these to finish all of their work, except they're going to start getting hung up on each other when they're doing their turning, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to stop that one a second, let that other dude start, carry on up across the field for a little bit, because otherwise we're going to come to grief when we are turning on the headlands, and we don't want to be doing that. So you go on up that way. And now I will send this one up across the field. So there's a couple of other things that I want to do. One is I want to go to this one, and I want to get a trailer with some... Well, I want to get some grain. So, chickens use 5 litres of feed per month per chicken, which I have now found out. I didn't realise this before. So, what we've got with our chickens in here, 5 litres per chicken per month, which means that if we fill this pen all the way up, we can't actually see the numbers in here. It really irritates me that you cannot see the full numbers of chickens that you have in the bit in here, like what the total capacity could be. You've got to actually go down over to the chicken pen here. We're full of water. We'll go and move you in a sec. So, yeah, if I come over here, you can see 60,000 chickens. So, 60,000 chickens times 5 litres. So, it's 300,000 per month, obviously, and then it's 3.6 million per year once all the chickens are here, which means that our 1.5 million litre capacity of food is nowhere near enough for 1 year's supply of food for those chickens. And I'd actually like us to be able to do a year's supply for the chickens, so there's something that we will work on in the future on this. I'm not quite sure when we're going to get to it, but we will eventually get to it. We're going to need to be able to keep filling up different things. You're nearly done there. And you are... you should have one more pass across the field, you should. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to get the straw trailer. I'm going to tip a bit of straw in, and then I'm going to get a trailer load of grain. I can't remember how much straw I put in here. Oh, and also the bales. You know how we had the bales that we were doing stuff with? Yeah, there's really not very much gone in there. I was trying to adjust the capacity of the bales, and I did say I was a bit disappointed I couldn't get it to work. Turns out, according to a comment on one of the videos, I can't remember who said it, I'm really sorry, they informed me that this is actually because the way that it works now in the game is the bale capacity is not it's not worked out via the XML of the baler. So even though I'm setting it in the XML of the baler and I'm saying it should be 1 litre or 100,000 litres or whatever, which is what I wanted. I wanted small bales with a capacity of 100,000 litres each, which I thought would have been absolutely perfect. But no, you can't actually do that because... Was it wheat or barley that was cheaper? Let me have a look. The reason that you can't do it is because the game calculates the size of them now. 234252. So barley's cheaper. The game calculates the size of the bale, the capacity of the bale, by doing a by the actual dimensions of the bale and not through anything else, which is why the bales are always coming out at 700 litres. And the bigger bales will always be the same as well. It does depend on what you're harvesting, so whether it's straw or hay or just plain grass, what have you. But yeah, it's based now on the actual volume of the bale rather than any other figures, which... slightly annoying, I got to admit, because, you know, I don't really want it based on something like that. I want to be able to just do it however I want to do it, but we're not allowed to do that anymore. So, yeah, wait a minute, let's go... Oh, helper is blocked by an object. Let me just turn these round. I think I'd already filled all of these up now. That one's got a bit of space. Let's go and do that one. And then I want to go over here. Aha. I love it. I love the sound of all of them together. It's so cool. You have actually finished. You're the other one in this little scenario. So I'll move you out of the way. I'm going to bring you just back over there like that. And I'm going to start you going down across the field. Like that. And then the other one will just come straight along, is going to follow you. Oh! Oops. I've run out of money because I was still filling up the thing with barley. So he's got part way across the field and then he stopped. We got 500,000 litres of barley in this trailer and then he stopped and is not doing anything else. So I kind of need to go get a little bit of cash so that I can finish doing the planting job, which we really need to do, or we're going to be in trouble. So I got 500,000 litres of barley right here. It'd be nice if we could start producing our own barley for these chickens. So I'm just going to tip that in there, and then I'm going to go over to... We could probably do this on a smaller one. So I'm keeping the canola oil because I'm going to want to be able to take that round to the potato factory. So that is just going to stay there. Cheese and butter will stay where it is. So I'm not actually producing very much here for sale at the moment, apart from the cereal. I'm not going to bother upgrading the cereal factory just yet because we don't have corn, which I will need if I want to be able to upgrade. And also we'll get more recipes coming through over here as well. So we'll go and take what we can from this one, because this will get us a little bit. We got potato salad, fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, potato pancakes, and there'll be a few other things about to come out. I think we're going to get some starch come out in a minute as well. There we go, there's the starch. Get a load of that coming out. There's quite a bit of starch in there. And then we've got some fries. Alright, now we've got everything that we can get in there. We'll go, and I was just wondering whether I should put that honey, but no, the honey we will want for the cereal factory, so we'll pop over here and we'll grab these eggs. And that will be the last items that we take. So we got room for 6 pallets, actually, I think. 5 pallets. There. And that's all of them. Right, so if I take this trailer load of this small lorry load of goodies right here, and we run these over to our sell point, we should be able to get... Well, we don't need vast quantities of money. We just want enough money that we can then go and finish doing the planting in that field in there. We've got a couple of tractors that still need to do a bit of work. We've got some... and then once we've done... Once the planting is done in there, I'm going to send all those tractors back. I've only leased them. And that's what I think I might do in the future with leasing things. 37 euros for driving too fast. But this one, I don't need to worry about shunting and everything. I can just bring it straight in onto the sell point like this. And it's always going to be this sell point that we use. I don't want to use other sell points. Right, let me just do that. Drop them all down. And then I've got the eggs as the last little bit. Sell. Getting through them. There's a lot of eggs. It is amazing how much money we can make from eggs. 48,423 euros in there. Right, that's brilliant. Let's shut you off there. You can stay there for a second. And I want to go to this one. No. You're finished. You right here. Set that one going. You right here. I think this one had already finished. I think the hired help had sort of decided it had had enough. So it might be that this little tiny strip up across the field is... Oh no, he's alright. He will go and plant it. That's good. Right, so you go and do that one. You're doing that bit. You're finished, and you down here have got the very last strip across the field. And then we've done all of the sunflowers with the 4 tractors. And then I think that next time I do a big planting job, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what seed drill we will use or quite how we're going to do this, but I really like the idea of doing something like this again, because this was kind of fun. But we need more. We definitely need more. There are other tractor options that we can use. Something that's got to be even more ridiculous than what we've done right there, I'm sure of it. So that one over there will get to the end of the field and we'll just stop. This one will actually try to turn around, so I'm going to stop it manually. And I have that little bit over in the corner that I want to go and tidy up. And then once I've done that, we can get our lorry back from the sale point over there. Right, and stop you. Drive over here. And do that little bit there. Turn around like that. And up and back a little bit. There. Right, lower down, start. Done. Excellent. Right, you're finished. And then that one's coming up to finish. The other one over there is finished. That's the very last one. Right here. The end of the sunflowers. And now that we've got sunflowers on the map, they should ripen correctly. And then we can go and turn them into oil if we want to, need to. Job done. Right, let's shut you off. Just like that. Excellent. I'm really pleased with this. And then if I go in here, the reason that I just want to lease these and then just send them all back is because... Ooh, no, back. Return is what I want to do. Yes. The reason that I want to do this is because it's a bit of a nuisance having to tab through all of these vehicles all the time. So I figure it's just going to be easier if we lease them if we do a fleet of small tractors, because then once we've played around in the field and done that one little bit, then we can send them all back and then do it again some other time. Now, I did have plans previously. What I'd like to eventually do is I want to buy 17, 18, and 19 and sort of turn this into one big field. Now, there is a road that goes up through here, which is a bit of a shame, because I also want to get 23, 24, and 25 and turn that into a big field. But if I was able to turn this into one great big square field, minus the little bit down here, which is... Actually, I don't know what that is. That would be a huge field. I mean, maybe we could do something in here. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. There's also the possibility that we got something here that we could turn into a giant field. There has to be the possibility for a giant field somewhere. That bit over there, let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look a minute. So we want to go this way. This is the field that we've got, and then this is the field that we want to be able to buy, field 17. We come over here, and there's a road right there. So if I was to go... Oh, that's just someone's house. So if I was going to the editor, get rid of this road, because I don't think that we have any traffic splines coming down that road. I'll have a look. But if we don't, I could get rid of that road. Got some trees up here. We could get rid of them. And then we've got this field here, field 23. And we basically, we can turn field 23, we can cut a corner off over there. I could get rid of the house and I could get rid of all of that road up through there. And there's possibly a road that goes along there as well. I could get rid of all of that and we could turn that into one massive, great big field. And that would really be, I mean, this is a big field here. That it would be dwarfed by this field up here. This would be the field to end all fields. I think it would be amazing. I definitely think we should try it. So I will do more editing on this map. This map is going to look nothing like the original map at the time I finished. I think I've done enough here. We've done enough damage for one day. Let's go and get a little bit of shut-eye, because we've got a lot of fertiliser that we need to go and put on the fields. It's raining now. I could put a little bit of fertiliser on there, and I want to put fertiliser here around the yard. Just going to have this one. Drive this one back over to our yard, and I need to get the fertiliser spinner out, doing something with that. The eggs, look how fast those eggs are producing now. And we're only on about 22,000 chickens at the moment, and we've got a total capacity on that thing for, like, it is 60,000 chickens. So there is going to be some obscene amounts of stuff going on in there. That fertilizer spinner in there is only a little tiny one. Start engine. Yeah, okay, I want to start engine. I need to bring you back. Let's go to you first. And we'll go over this way. The only problem with the fertilizer spinning is he does try to drive into the ditch when he's turning round, which means that you do have to nurse it round the edges of the field, and that's slightly frustrating. I don't want to nurse it round the edge of the field. I want to take it to a field and just say, right, go, and then not worry about it. And there isn't an option to turn it off. No field found. That if you go a little bit further. There. Oops. It's not quite enough. So we're going to back over here a little bit. Let's try that again. I might try and get a different fertilizer spinner, because, I mean, I like this one, but I don't like the capacity that it's got. It just doesn't seem to be sufficient for what my needs are on this map. I think it would be a lot better if we would have changed something. So if we go in here a minute and we have a look at crop protection... Crop protection. Yeah, that's what we're going to want. Okay, self-propelled sprayer. That one requires a tank, so you need to go to the combinations, and then you can have this one, which is a 32-meter spread, which is actually not so bad. That's pretty good. It's 36 meters if we have spray, or if we just have fertilizer and lime, we have 32 meters. That's pretty good. That's not so bad. This one is 50 meters, but it doesn't do solid fertilizer. I want a solid fertilizer one. We've got you, Trident. There's the floater. That's the three-wheeled floater, and then we've got that floater. We've got the Jacktow right here, which is a 50-meter spread. It's got 5,000 litres. Does 25 kilometres an hour. It's entirely possible that that could go even higher than that. There's a Jan one. There's a little sprayer there. Not you. This one is 27 metres. Right, I'm thinking that this is the bad boy that we want. It's 280,000, which we obviously can't afford at the moment. But if I go into here, I've got a working speed of 25 kilometers an hour. I'm going to take this up as high as I possibly can. 35. 35 kilometers an hour. Window tinting, I'm not going to worry about. So I'm not going to take any other changes on there. It takes 5,000 litres. Yeah, this is everything that we want. So we lease this one. It's 14,000. Yes, can't afford to buy it. You are hopefully going to just be able to keep working your way across this field without messing things up too badly. And in the meantime, I can go and get a couple bags of fertilizer right here. For 5,000 litres. Buy. Okay, that leaves me with 14,000 euros. So it's going to leave a little bit on the end of the field over here. I'm actually, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind about that. And then I want to go, actually, if we go to you, we just feed the cows very quickly. I'll press R, I want to press I on unload. There we go. Right, we've done that. Shut you off. And then I carry on through to this one and start loading this one up. So there's a 50-meter spread on this one, it said. If it does actually do 50 meters, that is going to be brilliant, because not only have we got 50 meters, we've got 50 meters at like 35 kilometers an hour, which is a fairly reasonable speed going across the field at 50 meters wide, which means that we should be able to do our crops without any problems whatsoever. Nice and quick and easy, and it's definitely going to be faster than the floater thingy that we got at the moment. I really like that floater. I think it's awesome. Just the fact that it's called a floater is just amazing. It is just brilliant. There's no two ways about it. Do we have steering modes on this thing? Let's have a look. Nope. Go here. We do. Right. Control Y. Front wheel steering. Oh, I was pressing shift Y. Toggle steering mode, all wheel steer. Excellent. Right. What are you doing? No, you're doing that. I'm just going to shut you off for a second. You're fine. You don't need to do anything. I need to bring you back, so that's why I'm leaving you running, so don't forget about you. You have got work to do over there. You're still fine. You're still fine. Alright. Nothing else that we need to do. Let's get you to the field and start spreading. It's this long, narrow field that we need to do first. We've got corn growing in this one. So I'll come whizzing up to the end up here. Now, 50 meters. I reckon we'll do this in 2 passes. So I'm going to try driving in there, and then I'm going to just press H, and... easily 2 passes. And 35k. Right, I'm thinking that I might adjust this one just a little tiny bit. I know I'm only leasing this one, so as soon as we've done this job, we will send it back. I'm thinking along the lines of this machine right here needs to be changed ever so slightly. We need it to go faster than this. And possibly spread a bit wider as well. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm thinking... Ooh, I forgot seed over there. The seed on the end of the field. And I completely forgot about. Right, let's... I'll get to that seed later. Let's start you up a second. And come round the field like this. And then up there. And then back up across the field, and then I will go over to the other one that's still finishing up this field, and... Is it going to be able to do it? Okay, it is at least able to get across the ditch, it seems, because there's quite a shallow ditch that we've got right there, which is fortunate. Otherwise, I think it might have had a little bit of a problem. So, anyways, it's doing the job, which is absolutely great. So, I want to go back to EU. And because of those trees on the side, he's decided he doesn't quite like this. So, I'm just going to... You haven't finished anything at all? Really? Those trees are just too much for you? It might be the factories, actually. Let's... bring him in a little bit like this, shall we? See if that makes it a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, I don't want to... Right, so we want to go over a vehicle's width like that, and then we'll try again. He's just reaching the edge of the field there, and he's able to do it. So he's a little bit sensitive to overlapping on the edge when it comes to the factories. I'm thinking it might be the factories rather than anything else. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's sensitive to that, but it is. So we'll just deal with that at some point. And then you're going to come up there and go a little bit too far. Quite sure why the hired help is getting rid of the four-wheel steer on it. The four-wheel steer seems to be a rather useful little tool. I thought you'd want to keep that running. Anyway, we can go on over to the next field. Quite sure where the entrance to this next field is. Oh, we're supposed to go in over there, aren't we? But I'm just going to go this way because I can. See? Look at that. And if I bring it to about here, I'm hoping that this is going to be all right. He started. It's not quite touching the edge of the field, so I'm going to bring him over by just one vehicle width like that. And then, yeah, that's better. That seems to be doing it. It's still not quite to the very edge, but I'm going to leave it here because of the trees. I still think he's going to struggle with these trees. I think he's going to get up there and he's going to do that whole pause and... Well, maybe not. No, he does actually seem to be coping with it. And then that one over there, he's now stopped. He's parked right in the middle of the road where the cars are. Just to confuse everything. That one's got a strip of fertilizer. I think it's because... Yeah, it's already got a strip of fertilizer down the side. So that's not something that I need to be worried about. I'll let you carry on and do what you're doing. And you over here. If I do a pass across the field here, I'll do this manually. Like this. Yeah, okay, so fertilizing is boring. I'm getting fed up with doing a fertilizer spreading. I don't particularly enjoy doing this task, so I'm thinking that I need to just tweak a machine ever so slightly so that we can do the job a little bit better. And that one over there, I rather like. I like the look of it. Seems to be alright. This is a good machine, don't get me wrong. I like this one as well, but yeah, I kind of like that one over there at the moment. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. If I'm going to have one of them and I'm going to tweak it and make it a bit bigger, then it doesn't matter which one I use. Maybe I should just use a mounted one. Now there's a thought. I don't know at the moment. I'll see. I'm going to do something with the fertilizer spreaders anyway. And you are finished. So now I'm going to drive this one back over to the farm. And we're going to unload this fertilizer. And then I'm going to sell this beastie right here. So let's dump all of that out there like that. And then if I go here, so we've got that floater there. I want to zoom in on this a little bit, and I'll have you, and I'll reset back to the shop, yes, because I want to sell it. And if you want to sell something, you should sell it at the shop if you can, because you get a bit more money for it, and money is actually something that we need at the moment. So let's have you, if I have a look in the shop itself right now, and I go to what the stuff that we own, and I go to fertilizer spreaders, that's 22,289. And that one is 193,619. But if I was to go and put this on, the fertilizer spreader has apparently finished. I'm not entirely sure that it has, but we'll see. So if I put that on there, and then I drive round to the sale point, I think it's 10% more, which means it should be about 220,000-ish. So that one there is 212,000, and this one is 25,000 almost. So I'll do the repair. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.